Hi there. I'm answering a question that was, or a topic that was put on Neil DeLonge's Facebook. Here in South Africa, indeed, I think we are heading for genocide in a way. That's putting it a bit over the top, I think. But personally, I've experienced crime more than 3 times. First time in a house when we had a physical intruder threaten our lives. Get away, run over the wall, jump over the wall, and then attack another elderly person, beat her up, and eventually was caught and arrested, and then let on bail again. The other thing is that we have been broken into here where we stay, in our flat, which we've got quite thick, about that thick gates of steel, and we are quite well protected. We have two, and yet they broke into our flat. Since then, the body corporate has put up electric fencing, as well as enforced our gates. Sorry, we enforced our gates, they've enforced the outside gates, but still people got in, molested an elderly lady in our block, tied her up, slapped her around a bit. Then the other one was downstairs, and the semi-blind lady with the guide dog were in the process of getting held up, and the rest of our community in this block of flat came to rescue. The point I'm trying to make is that we as South Africans have to live in this fear that we have to encage ourselves with electric fencing, high walls, and hope to God that these criminals do not enter our premises. I mean, in the last week, just in the radius of about 5 kilometers of where we currently are, we've had like 4 or 5 robberies and 2 murders. We've had miners go on strike in the last month and a bit, causing havoc to the South African economy. Strikers burning trucks, burning drivers alive. What's next? Such anarchy in South Africa, and yet the government denies that there is a problem. I cannot believe any race and culture would stoop to such barbaric execution style of politicians neither, which has been happening lately. 2 court cases which has prosecuted guys who were running for councillor, murdered the councillor because they wanted the counselling position because of the prestige and money. This is totally bulldust. As a gay white South African married, and I'm happily married, and I have a very good job, and I have a roof over my head, why should we fear that we could be dead in 5 minutes when we walk out of our front door? It's just bloody ridiculous. This trend of violence has only recently occurred, which I can remember, except for the days of apartheid during the struggle. But this is not what Mandela wanted. Mandela didn't want strikers to become so violent and militant that murder and disrespect for life is brought into the equation. He said, respect life. And if we ever love Mandela and for what he stands for, which is for peace and the unity of all South Africans, then we should strive for that unity. But my biggest fear is, and I fear this every day, that we are going to have a bloodbath in this country of people like the miners standing up and going totally berserk and just killing and maiming. Just as the farmers have been murdered. Just as people have been murdered in the houses. The corruption in this country leaves the thought of normal South Africans thinking, what if I immigrate to Europe? Where is a safe haven for me where I can live in peace? Where I can walk safe on the streets? Of course, anywhere in the world you can't guarantee that. But it's got to the states where ARVs and medical treatment is falling by the way for those affected and infected by HIV. And if they don't have the treatment, they will die. The simple thing is that if you have a person that's infected with HIV and you give them ARVs, they become healthy and they become productive in society and they contribute towards tax rands. Look at our education system in our country. It is a shambles in one of the provinces. Now my question is, where do we stand as white South Africans in this country? What is our future here?